Well, Rhianna, what a game that is to start the new era of Tier 1 cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's exactly what the fans would have wanted today. Towards the end of the game, where both teams are within one ball of winning the game, is a pretty awesome start to the season for sure.
Let's take it right to the very end. They need one ball to win, and it's hit out in the offside. And Abby didn't actually pick up the ball cleanly, did she?
No, she didn't. But we have asked her if she's been practicing her 10-pin bowling, which maybe she has. Maybe the next team social, and she will obviously beat us. But yeah, honestly, brilliant. I don't think any of us really expected the game to end that way. Probably 5 overs, 10 overs before, but yeah, such a good finish.
Yeah. Now, 208 all out, thanks to your 72. How did you feel about that total?
I think it's probably still under par, to be honest with you. When I walked off the pitch, I kind of was thinking to myself, 220 would have been great. There was a point where we were going, 200 will be perfect. But when I was out there, I was kind of, quite hungry for more, and I felt like we had more to give, and I definitely felt like I left some runs out there today.
Yeah, well, it was an important 72 from you from 95 balls. I mean, I have to say, and a lot of people have said it already, I mean, how good did you look out there? You must have felt seriously good out there, didn't you?
I mean, to be honest with you, I actually didn't feel great today, which is probably a good sign. Look, I think the batting conditions were quite tricky, and they bowled very well as well. They bowled to their lines, they bowled to their fields, which was brilliant from them. Put up a really good challenge for us. But yeah, I've been working really hard over the winter on my batting. I've been away in Melbourne, scoring a few runs here and there. So it's been good, and I'm really glad to get back in the country now and put it into practice.
Yeah, interesting you say about the conditions early on, which makes the decision to bat first after winning the toss a curious one. Any reason as to that?
I'm going to be honest, I'm absolutely nothing to do with that decision. But at the end of the day, we head back into the changing room and we back Georgia and we back Pritch all the way to make those decisions, with our best interests in mind.
Sure. They were going along well, weren't they? 105 for 2. Katie George got run out, and then soon after that, Abby Freeborn, who played brilliant for 70, was out in the 30th over, and that sparked a bit of a collapse.
Yeah, it did. I think our spinners in the middle overs bowled really, really well to put some pressure on and build some dot balls. But yeah, absolutely. I think there was a stage where we potentially became a little bit complacent. But you could almost feel that there was still something in the air for us, and we knew that if we were going to get one, we'd probably end up getting a couple more, and we were going to be able to put the squeeze on the lower order of the Bears attack.
I know, not Central Sparks anymore.
Honestly, I was about to say Sparks. That's so bad. Warwickshire.
So 189 for 9 they are. There's still a lot of time left in the game, a lot of balls, but they're down to their last wicket. But they played well their last pair. They didn't seem to be phased.
No, absolutely. Full credit to them. They put up a decent fight when we definitely thought there would be a little bit of a collapse or a crumble. They brought the game to us. It was brilliant from them. I think we've also taken some learnings away from how they played in their last couple of overs, and if we were in that situation, we might do things a little bit differently, which is a good learning for us to go back into the change room and have good conversations about.
Yeah. So they crawled along, and it's 2 needed off the last over, but it's still down to that last ball. What were you thinking during that last over, you personally?
Probably can't repeat that. No, look, I think we back each other all the way, and I know that when Gad's got the ball in the hand, honestly, anything can happen for us. So I still felt like there was hope for us, even when they tied, I was still like we could actually hold this. So yeah, I felt confident. There's obviously a little bit of panic. There's always some nerves around, especially being the first game of the season. You want to get yourself off to a win. We're just glad to have some points on the board and kind of get some momentum moving forward.
I mustn't forget, not only did you bat really well out there in the middle, but what a catch you took diving to your right to get rid of Stir Callis.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I went back in the change room and one of the girls patted me on the back and was like, "Oh, great catch," and I was like, "Sorry, what are you talking about?" Because it was so long ago, I'd actually forgotten about it. But yeah, sometimes they just stick, and I knew that I needed to throw a hand out because we'd kind of moved Gads slightly wider, and if it goes through between us, we knew that Pritch would be very annoyed about it. So I was like, I've got to go here and I've got to make this stick, and thankfully it did.
When you bat like that today, and you did bat seriously well, you caught like that, and listen, I'm going to put this out there, that Charlotte Edwards is a new head coach. She knows you really well, having brought you from the South East Stars originally to the Vipers. When you play like that, and do you think, do you know what, I might have a chance here of being in the fray?
I guess so. To be honest with you, it's not something I really think about. I try and stay very here and now. I'd love playing for Vipers, and I know that I'm going to love playing for Hampshire. I obviously already do. and that's kind of where my focus is, and I'll keep my focus within this camp, and if anything else crops up along the way, then I will gladly try and take the opportunity.